Okay, so here I am, a newcomer to London. I'm walking down the street and I'm on the pavement walking down, and this is, a side street, not a major, road. And I'm going this way, and then next thing, a van, like not a huge van, just a regular sized van, is coming, from the right, coming toward me here, and then it's like a small side street, right? So I see there are lines like pedestrian cross line, not like the zigzag lines, but little dotted lines there. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I have, the right of way to pass. And at this point, bikes are going down like this way. Bikes are going down. The van is coming like this, and I'm going, straight here. So the van immediately stops, and now I'm thinking, the van is also stopping because there are bikes, passing through. And then, and then I stop, of course, to gauge like what's happening. I always stop, by the way. I never sort of assume that, oh, it's my turn. I'm gonna go. I don't know who's driving a car. Wherever I am, I'm like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna see what's going on. Is the car stopping? If the car is stopping, then I'm going, right? So the van does stop, and actually reverses just a little. Like it just kind of jerks back a little. So I'm thinking, okay, they're trying to make space for me. They're going a little bit to in front of me. So I take that as, okay, you've seen me. You're letting me pass. So then I start I start walking. I start walking in front of the van. Also, meanwhile, the van is super close to me too. It's like super close, and I hate when that happens to you, when they're right at you, because for me, I'm just like that. That's when it's like that's that's death right there. It's too close. But I'm taking, of course, the signal that the driver knows I'm there and is, giving me space, and I have the right of way. And so I'm crossing, and I'm like almost halfway through the width of this van. And this van starts moving. This van starts moving and doesn't stop. So normally when something like that happens and they start moving, maybe they release the brake, or they engage the clutch, or whatever it is. Usually they jerk and they stop immediately just to say, oh, it was a mistake. But that did not happen here. This driver kept going. It was like he was sort of anticipating me finishing crossing, or he was like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to go first. I don't know what it was. All I know is at that point, what would happen in your mind at this moment? You're like, wait, no, don't kill me. I'm here. In my mind, I'm the person that just like slams the car and like, stop it! I'm right in front of you. Don't kill me. That's my mind. But in reality, I'm like bewildered. I think it's that thing that they say, frozen in fright, like in fright or whatever, when you feel scared, you don't even move. And I'm always thinking like, that's ridiculous. Who's frozen? It's a monster in front of you. You should run. But the truth is, it does happen. And I think in that moment, I wasn't frozen. I started, I kept moving, but I didn't like, scream out or shout or hit the van like I thought I would, just to save myself. I look up, to try to give the driver a look like, are you having a laugh? And and I look in the wrong place. Obviously this is the UK, so the steering wheel is on the right. So I'm looking straight to the left. So I literally probably looked past the driver and looked on the other side, and I see nothing, no one there, and I'm ready with my like, bewildered face, like, what is going on? And I look, I present it to no one. And then so and this is all happening in like seconds, right? In less than a millisecond. And so I don't take the time to look away or to look or to figure out like, oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. And I just sort of move across. Meanwhile, the van is still moving. So as soon as I cross, it just, because I cross, I walk, past, and of course I'm about to look back and give the scowl, like, do you know you almost just hit me? What is wrong with you? Like, but on your face only. The rest of it is in your mind. And I look back, and they're already gone. He's gone. Um, uh, And so it was like, what in the world is going on? That was wild. So I don't know. I expected the pedestrian crossing dotted line thing there to be enough, and also because it was a side street. So my question is, what is the stop sign situation here in London? Like, what is it just optional? Because that is my assumption that it's always, stop sign type energy when you're approaching from a smaller road into a like a bigger road or whatever. And when there's more activity, you stop and you check and you go and allow the pedestrians to go. So maybe it was just a rogue driver, or maybe I was in the wrong and I don't know the rules. It could be, but also, I was about to die there. I was about to die. That situation always makes me scared. Like whenever somebody is coming on to make a right turn or a left turn or whatever, and they're looking the other way, they're looking in the way that they're going, or in a way in the wrong way or whatever, and then they think they've already scanned the road to see who's coming. They've scanned the cars and they see that no cars are coming, but then somebody starts crossing, so they're looking this way to turn and they've seen, oh, there's no car coming. They're going this way and they don't realize like somebody is just now starting to cross the pedestrian crossing. And so that can happen. That's always my fear. So usually the whole thing is to negotiate with the driver. So let the driver see you, like look in the driver's eyes. Oh, I'm here. I'm going to start crossing. Remember that. But I think with the right side steering wheel, like here in the UK, I think that sometimes depending on the angle that they are and you are standing there, you might not be able to literally look because he's at the far end now and not just like right beside you, as I'm used to and on the left. And so you're sort of like reaching to see where the driver is looking at, and he could be looking the other way. So, so that is an interesting new development. But yeah, I was there. I was in the middle of at death's door or whatever it is. Maybe I'm a bit dramatic about this. No, I wasn't. It actually was moving, and it was this close to me. So in my mind, I'm like, they're gonna just hit it. They're gonna just hit the thing any second. But I survived. I survived. And then funny enough, soon after that, I'm walking on the pavement there, and this whole thing about pedestrian, like I'm always thinking, as I've been here, with the left side driving, right side driving, because it's switched, of course, here in the UK. I'm wondering, does that then mean it's switched for on the pavement for pedestrians? And I do see that with like in buildings, keep to the left, if you're going down and they're coming up on the right or whatever it is. So I do see it switched, but on the pavement, anything happens, right? Like it doesn't really matter. Someone's walking on the left, they're walking on the right, and then immediately I'm running into situations where, I think I'm supposed to be on the left, like going this way, and then somebody's there, and then there's a little bit of a left and right situation going on, and then I go to the right, and then it happens again somewhere else. So it's sort of, it's sort of, I don't know if there actually are like agreed upon rules and the pedestrian way, like this is the way to walk, or if it's just figure it out. So I see both, and I'm like a walker. I walk, okay? I'm power walking. I'm like bounding down. Like this is my stage. Do you not see me here? That's my energy. Like when I walk, listening to music or whatnot. And and I hate being interrupted on the road. Like when you're walking down and when you're feeling the stride, when you're like, yes, I own this road. And then someone just, comes and like swerves in front of you. Pedestrian walking on the street is a whole video. It's a whole conversation that we need to have a conversation about, because we need etiquette on the road. People just stopping right in front of you to check their phone. I'm like, I was in my stride. So anyways, the pedestrian kind of situation there is also like a whole thing, and I'm trying to figure it out and make sure. I honestly, I think the moral of the story here is on the pedestrian side is to know where you're going, know what position you're in, if you're on the right, like if you are correct, and just go. Like I think when you are sort of shy about it, it tends to give people, that's when that thing happens, when there's a standoff. But if you're just bounding down and giving it, people will get out of the way quickly. So you have to be, a little bit brutish in that way sometimes, unless you'll get stomped on. It's stomp the yard there. And as well for driving and for figuring out the lanes and stuff, I'm still trying to remember to look both ways, because I'm so used to, that like I know the direction that's coming, so just it's coming from the left, whatever. No, it's like look right. There are signs on the streets here as well that say you should be looking right if you're trying to cross right now. You should be looking left. Look left here. Those are a godsend. Those are so helpful, because I fully was looking the other way. Then I see that, then I look. But at the same time, when there's a lot of people standing around on an intersection, like about to cross, I don't want to be the one that's looking like, well, what do I do? Because there's this idea that you want to regain like have composure on the road, and be a little bit like, yeah, I'm so used to this. I do this all the time, instead of the one that's sort of looking for directions everywhere. So I'm sort of low key scanning it, like, to really see what's going on, and then crossing. But I do need those things because those have saved me. There are many times when I've crossed and I didn't look. I did. I mean, I looked the way I thought I was supposed to look, and then I realized, oh my God, the thing was on the other side. So I'm still getting used to it. Looking both ways for sure, and just I guess be careful with the cars. Cars bound down. They're like they're on the autobahn here on the side streets. There's some streets that are so narrow that you think, oh, there's just gonna be one way here. No, it's not one way. It's two ways. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. And you're like, how are two cars gonna go past each other here? And they're like, they will find a way. So there are some narrow streets as well, and then you have to sort of remember that, yeah, it's still two-way, and you gotta look. It's about looking, like, and I'm a looker regularly, but here, it's a new challenge to make sure that I'm considering like where it's coming from. So that's been a little bit of a challenge here, but it's been this one specifically that happened. I was like, oh Lord, yeah. So pray for me.